All right, we're back. We're here. We're live. We made it once again. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. Another Monday night edition. Monday Night Live. I'm your host, Jordon Cox. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for taking some time out of your holiday weekend, your Memorial Day weekend. Hope you're sitting there enjoying a nice ice cold beer, or maybe just a soda, some hot dogs, some burgers. It was a beautiful day today. Hope everyone is enjoying the time with friends and family. But if you're taking the time now to come and hang out with us, I appreciate it. Come on in. Let me know you're here. Say hi in the chat, whether it's YouTube or on Facebook. We're live on both. Tonight, we're here because we get to talk to Billy Pauch Jr. Billy was nice enough to give me some time here tonight to talk about some of the things he's had going on recently when it comes to driving a race car, where he calls home driving that race car, and also to talk about this past weekend where he went ahead and put a W up again for the second straight week, but at a different racetrack. So Billy will be joining me here hopefully in the next 10 minutes or so. In the meantime, you and I are going to get to chat, just hang out. I will also put up here what we got going on over at Thunder Mountain Speedway for the Super Dirt Car Series race where Mike's at. And you can see right here, Mike put it at the top of the board in Group A qualifying over Thunder Mountain. So I got that going on. I'll get my face out of the way. So Mike's getting her done over there, up there, for me, up there at Thunder Mountain. After a second place run last night, finishing second to Stewie. So, round of applause for Michael. Getting her done last night. What do we got? Hi, Terry. Hi, Aaron. Hi. Hollywood Hill. Oh, the Speedster. Yeah, what's the Speedster? Down for how long? When is Billy coming back to Malta? Well, we'll ask him here in a little bit. Terry, you're drinking sweet tea. All right, very good. That was a new track record of Thunder Mountain. Oh boy. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Randolph. Very good. Yep, Mike was fastest overall. There he is. Right there on the top of the board. I'm waiting to see. I'm trying to see what else is going to be going on there. I don't know if they have intermission going on or something like that. But nothing's updated in a while here. Matt, hi, over on Facebook. What's up? How you doing? Freezing's fast. That's expected, right? That's the Group B qualifying. We got into Thunder Mountain stuff. Oh, okay, we got all right, the sportsmen are out there right now. Okay, well, we'll leave that up. Heat 1 for the dirt car sportsmen up at Thunder Mountain. So they got their racing going on right now. We'll leave that up. There we go. We'll leave that up as we're chit-chatting. Freeze, yeah, it's come to be expected, right? Freezing will be fast. It was fast last night. I mean, Alex Payne looked like he had it wrapped up last night and had a flat tire. Tired long weekend, Matt. Okay. Understood. Absolutely understood. I'm tired. But we had a good weekend over here, so. Raymond, Thunder Mountain is being held up for the sun blinding the drivers. No kidding. Wow. Okay. Well, they got heat races on the track right now, according to my race pass. So they're getting something going here. Got the green flag out now. You got it, GT. Thank you for spending time with us. Appreciate it. Yeah, Mike's fast. Mike and the 35 boys got to figure it out. They're fast right now. Marcichelli, I hope I didn't spell that wrong. Run of 358 last night against the big blocks. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Let's see. All right, they're on the heat 2 for the Sportsmans. There you go. Aaron's got the answer for you right there. 358. Let's switch to water. What in the hell are you talking about, Courtney? My wife's in chat here talking nonsense. I don't even know what the hell she's talking about. Who? What do you think? Hold on. Well, I'm sure if he was running, what to run? Wait, you're saying that they weren't allowing 358s to run with big blocks? Is Billy looking forward to being an uncle? I'm sure he is. What was he in? Oh, what was he in? Heat 1? Oh yeah, there he is. Okay. All right, let's get back to the live results. I don't know if the modifieds will be up at any point while we're here. Maybe they will. Yeah, I know I think a lot of people are missing Shane Andrews and the commentator up in the booth for the Super Dirt Car Series. Yeah, Billy and the boys got it figured out. They had it figured out pretty quick on Saturday. Oh, Aaron's posting everything we need to know. So there you go. Sounds like everybody's got to be the same weight, whether you run a big block or a spec or whatever. Yeah, definitely a very recognizable voice too. Yeah, you made the right move at the right time. Because you really didn't know what the outside was going to be like there. The track was a little bit rough on Saturday, so but it was good enough that he was able to make a clean move. But yeah, Matt, you're right. Damn good move. I mean, what, he went from last to second, right? Something like that. It's going to be him and Danny, I think. Chris. I think it's going to be him and Danny. Go down will be there. It'll be the three of them. Not to discredit anybody else that's racing there at New Egypt, but no one's showing the same speed as those guys right now. Right now. Obviously, somebody can come out of nowhere, figure some stuff out, and get up and race with those boys, but I think that's going to be your top three, and the three of them will be battling it out. So that's it. That's it, man. He's getting her done. Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I mean, and that's what made me say what I said. I was immediately thinking of Tanner, TVD. I was thinking of Tanner. I think those guys just have a little bit of. He's got a little bit of bad luck too. I think he hit a hole once or twice on Saturday, so he was fighting the racetrack on Saturday and losing like a lot of guys were. But as we get further along, I'm sure he'll definitely be one of the other guys that'll be contesting with those guys. I mean, Tramontana was fast from the front, but still fast. I mean, if his tire doesn't go down, I mean, who's to say that he wouldn't have put up a better fight for the win? I mean, I'm obviously biased, but I still think Billy probably would have got him. So. Yeah, I think you would. I think you would. Hang on a second. I'll bring you in here. All right. Can you guys hear him? Because I'm going to bring him in. Oh, I can't see you, but I have your name on the screen.
Gonna bring me in? Okay, we good now?
I don't have any video of you, but I have your voice.
Well, that's an odd one. I don't know if that's good or bad. Hold on a second here.
Oh, wait. There you are.
Now we're talking. See, we had to change it up a little bit. All right.
Well, here he is, everybody. The man we were just talking about.
See, they brought me in here. I don't know, man. You're only as good as your last one, and Mike just set quick time at Thunder Mountain, so I think he's on top of it more than I am.
For the time being, he's got
for the time being, right?
Yeah, he's got you. He's got a good finish last night. Not a win, but a second. So he had you beat.
Any way he can.
He had you beat yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even make it out of qualifying, so I can't say I had much excitement there, to be honest with you.
You're right.
We'll get to Saturday. We'll get talking a little bit, right? So Saturday night, for those that don't understand, Sunday, right?
Yeah.
We're racing. Let's start. Well, you want to start Saturday or
Sunday?
No,
we'll start with yesterday because it was pretty short-lived.
Yeah, no, it didn't last long. So so the car's got a new Honda motor in it, right? So it's literally the Honda you drive up and down the road, souped up a little bit. But what happened is, I think the high pressure fuel pump seal, it blew and it shot fuel down in the motor, and then it just all of a sudden kind of like flamed up at the bottom, right? So we had fuel in our oil and just kind of got the best of us there. But it was a little interesting.
Yeah. First time out in that car?
First time for the year, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of rolled around nice. We still timed 6, I think, even though it was like literally smoking and didn't really run right from that one. So we'll take it, but we'll not take it, right? You don't want to take it, but it was good when it was running until then.
Yeah.
Kind of a neat place they built there. So those of you who don't know, they don't build many racetracks, right? So Pagoda is a junk car facility, right? They used to run junk cars, street bikes, dunk this and that. They were connected to a landfill. Well, the waste management or the landfill company, one of the property they were on, bought them out, and then gave them land down the road. He gave them money to build this new property that they built, and it's pretty impressive actually. They had motocross going on, and they had a bunch of stuff. It was just really really neat.
Yeah, it's a really cool facility to look, and you see like the overhead. I've seen the overhead shots, and you can see stuff. There's this motocross track in the back, and then you have this, really nice looking racetrack sitting there next to it for the small cars. You got your 600s and you got your speedsters and slingshots and all that stuff going on. So that's really neat. It's really cool. Cool.
Very impressive, right? Like you need that stuff, right? Like we need fresh stuff coming in. You don't see much being built, right? So we're gonna live with that and take it as it goes,
What's the drive out there time wise?
For me, it was like an hour and 45. It wasn't bad, so it's literally 20 minutes from Reading off 422. So really, really not a bad ride at all. So I mean, it's kind of weird. They actually have a curfew there, even though they're on the highway. But in this day and age, curfew makes sense.
Yeah. Listen, whatever, if that's part of the deal to get something built and get the job done, that's fine. I mean, it's fine by my book, so works for me.
Me too. I'm just glad they can build racetracks in Pennsylvania. I can only imagine trying to do it in New Jersey.
I don't even want to think about what that would what that would look like.
No. Yeah, that don't sound too good, right?
No. All right. So I mean, we'll just jump right into Saturday night. You boys unloaded fast. We were just talking about how quick you were to take go from last to second and then eventually take the lead and win your heat race. Go ahead and walk us through a little bit of the early part of Saturday and then we'll get into the feature.
Yeah, no, it's always some tracks are funny, right? Sometimes it works. We knew we had a good car. We unloaded good. We've unloaded the past 2 weeks good, right? Like you win the week before Bridgeport. I felt like the last time we had the black car out, we've been really good. So we kind of made some tweaks here. I tossed some ideas with the guys. We kind of come up with it. So if you've ever, obviously you've raced, but if anybody that hasn't raced, right? So everyone kind of torqued into bottom, and I was like, wait a second, there's a little bit of moisture right in the middle to the top, right? But you don't want to hit the slime. You want to catch it right. And once I hit it, man, it launched me past probably 5 cars in like a lap. I was like, holy crud.
Yeah.
You look like Superman, right? And then everyone's like, wow. I turned down and had the lead literally, I think, coming to the first lap, coming to turn 1 on the second lap. Just worked really right. Like you don't normally get that. No matter how fast you are, it normally doesn't work that good. Sometimes it does. It makes you look like you know what you're doing very well. And I mean, I won some races, but that made me really look like I knew what I was doing. So just a really badass car, right? So then it had rained before, so it was kind of like that overcast night.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went back in and we're like, all right, we made some changes amongst the team, right? We're like, okay, what do we got to do to be even better, right? It's amazing, right? I came in, I was talking to Phil and Shane. I was like, all right, we're just kind of rolled on the right rear a little bit, right? So we made a couple of changes. We got the car, we got that feeling out of it for me. Then I felt even better in the feature, which was kind of crazy. First couple laps, you kind of got mirrored on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes some tracks you'll get on the bottom and you're just like stuck. And I had 2 cars past me and I passed 2 cars. So yellow comes out, right? And I'm like, all right, I'm still 13th. And then I just got a shot and I just rolled right off a 2. And if you ever look at New Egypt, if you come off a 2, it's going to set your whole corner up, your whole track up. New Egypt's a turn 2 base track, right? Because of the way it runs, and you roll it. And then once you hit off a turn 2, it's just in another zip code. We rolled up. I think we got to 7th, and I got the next 2 cars. And I think before I knew it, I was 4th on like lap 9 now. Tracked down Cormier. We got around him. And then I was kind of got to Brian Cool, and he was running the bottom, and I was kind of stuck because that's kind of my lane. And we rolled on 3 and 4, and it stuck around the top like it did in the heat race, and couldn't believe I drove around him as easy as I did. To be honest with you,
you surprised the hell out of me. I'll tell you that much, because I thought for sure I thought for sure you were gonna just wait for him to kind of push up the racetrack a little bit, like you did with Cormier,
With the
and
26, right? Like,
because he was just kind of slowly washing up, and you were just kind of waiting, and he did his thing, and you went by him. I'm like, all right, Brian's kind of doing the same thing. He's kind of washing up a little bit. You'll just kind of get by him, and you were just like, nope, I ain't got time for this. You just just picked the second lane, and it
it's not
worked.
sometimes it works, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes it doesn't. But that one
yeah,
stuck, right? Um, and I'm not perfect at it, right? But a big thing you'll learn the longer you race is racecraft, right? So if you ever watch a really talented driver, they'll kind of search around and say, okay, I think I can make this work one corner. And instead of not, sometimes you just don't work. You got to back it in, right? That one stuck. And then we rolled up to third, and I caught Wade for second, but I was driving, kind of got in there and started driving a little harder than I was. And I actually almost biked up over the right front with about 12 to go. I
you
kind
ain't
of went in there
kidding.
and started doing the
Whew,
yeah, I
buddy.
started doing the left side hop, right? The left side panel bar,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble here. So back to back down, you check your pants, make sure everything's good. You go back at it,
Yep.
right? You catch Wade, like we get to Wade, and I'm like, all right, I think I seen Danny Buck under me, and I started messing. I'm like, all right, we
Yeah.
cut lap traffic at the perfect time, and I was able to roll Wade through 3 and 4. I was like, all right, we got something now, and felt like I
Yeah.
got into Tramontana right away, and he was starting to hang off the corners. You don't know, you're assuming in your mind you would have got him no matter what, right? Like, you feel you would have got him, but that kid also works really hard. And I
Yeah.
was, he pulled a whole new car, not new whole car, new frame under the car just to come back, right? So you also have respect for that, and
Yeah.
you run them the way you would want to run. And then when we got the yellow and I seen the flat tire, I was like, I started licking my chops, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, game on here.
Yeah.
And once it was game on, he hung out for 4, and I put myself in a great position to jump and drive, and we got out front. And honestly, I knew I was good, but then I watched the video over again. I didn't realize how far I had taken off in 3 laps,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of amazed me because I almost about stepped on it going through 1 and 2. The last lap, I kind of didn't set the car enough, and it kind of hiked to the right, and I had to like park it and make sure I was on the bottom coming off. And I was like, oh, I think I just gave it away. And lo and behold, I was 7, 8 car lengths out on him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it was one of those things where as long as you got by him clean, there wasn't going to be any contest because you and Danny are very similar in speed. I don't know what the times are, lap times between you guys are, but very similar in speed throughout most of the night. It looked like he just kind of, not that he was following what you were doing, but he was just kind of one step behind you the whole way. Just maybe similar in speed, but just that next step and go down the same way. Watching you three kind of come up through in different stages. So there's definitely speed in the race car for sure. But then again, you have to time things out right. Like you said, we're talking about 2 moves that kind of defined your race, which was getting around Brian Cool on the outside, and then eventually stepping up there again when Anthony and Wade were both kind of backed up in lap traffic, and Danny's showing his nose underneath it. You're like, well, this is the only place I can go. Outside turn 3, I'm going to make that same move again, and it worked out. It ends up being some sort of Coors Light move of the race because that's eventually what put you
I'm
in the
gonna call it the
driver's.
Heineken. I got a lot of Heinekens right now, so we're gonna
Right,
call
right,
it the
right.
Heineken
Sorry,
move of the race.
sorry. You guys might as well be sponsored by Heineken
We're
down
we're,
there in
we're
your
living our
pit.
Heineken era over here.
I know. I'm at my parents' house today, and Phil Bob's there drinking Heinekens. I'm like, well, you're on a winning team now, so I guess you get to be filled up with Heineken. So,
Wait, he's got 20. He's got 24 packs of Heineken. So if they drinks that in a day, we're in trouble.
oh, he said his truck's full of beer. That's all. So,
Oh yeah, no, we're good. We're good. We're representing, right? Heineken sponsors race cars, Formula One.
yeah.
So what people don't know, right, is I truly do like every form of racing, right? Like I'm a big Formula One fan and IndyCar fan on top of it, right?
Mhm.
You gotta enjoy every aspect, right?
As long as it's got
And
wheels on it,
I
right?
don't know if I like 100%, right?
Right.
Like, and I always preach, right? Like one day I want to see Indy. Like, it's kind of funny, right? So we had this conversation the other day. My old next generation above us, right? They raced every Memorial Day, Labor Day, but for whatever reason, they're not as popular as they used to be. People go way more than they ever did this time of the year. So I actually said, well, we could take off next year and I'll go to the Indy 500 if I have to, right? It was like I can take that opportunity, but
Yeah.
just kind of unique opportunities and different ways to look at it.
Well, Courtney and I watched it yesterday, and just she's sitting there because she doesn't watch it as much. It's we don't watch
Yeah,
IndyCar races that much, but watching that and our televised perspective is the biggest race is maybe the Daytona 500. Well, when you watch the Indy 500 on TV, you all of a sudden you're looking and you go, how many people are there? Because
yeah,
you're watching the stands over in turn 3 and they're packed, and then they come around in turn 4, they're packed. They show the front straightaway and the stands are packed on both the inside and the outside, and
crazy,
I
right?
can't even imagine what that play. They say it's one of the greatest spectacles in racing. I believe it, and yeah, I'd be right there with you, wanting to experience it myself one day, because from TV it looks amazing.
Right? It's pretty impressive. One of those things I definitely want to see.
Just from the sheer amount of people being there, I couldn't even imagine. Um,
Agreed.
yeah. So you're now 2 in a row, and we're talking about 2 different racetracks. Let's jump into that conversation. What it's something that's been on everyone's mind since you just, in the most nonchalant way, which I love that you did it that way. Yep. Here's our weekend race plans, and New Egypt Speedway is under Saturday. And the
Yeah.
fire you just lit the match, threw it down, and walked away.
Well, it's funny how that works, right? Like, so kind of
I
knew
loved
it.
it. I loved it.
Um,
I love that you did it that way. I'm just putting that out
you,
there.
you don't need to make big deals, right? So honestly, we
Yeah.
need everything to succeed, right? Like, so it's not just about me; it's about racing in general, right? Like, we need both tracks to be where they need to be. So
Right.
nothing on any tracks. Decisions are made based off of business, people involved in what you have, right? You pull the people that want you there. At the end of the day, this costs a lot of money and you need a lot of help. And if everyone involved in them aspects want to go somewhere different, then you've got to sit down and say, okay, I can't do this without them or the sponsorship. I've got to make a decision here. Right nor wrong. Yes, it was tough. Yeah, we just won. I mean, we were 4 points out of Dylan Stoyer for lead down in Bridgeport, right? And we
Yeah.
were 22 back in New Egypt, but I mean, I think we're like second or third now again, which wasn't for Davey Samuels, we'd probably be leading, but that's a different story, different. And I like Davey, so we made up. We're over it.
Just hey,
Um,
listen. A little dig is fine. A little dig is fine.
we're okay. We're okay. It's over, right? Like I like
Yeah.
Davey, so
Yeah.
we've gone past that point. But you sit down, you weigh it, right? Like we looked over, we won Bridgeport, right? And I looked at everyone, and at that point, everyone probably had known my decision, right? But I don't speak too much of it public. I just kind of kept it quiet. But everyone within that inner circle knew what we were gonna do. And I said, "You guys all good with this?" And they were like, everyone raised their hand. We were on board with the change. So I was like, "Okay." So what I did is I thought about it all week. Thought about it a week. I was like, "All right, I don't want to not say nothing." But Friday night, I kind of like nonchalantly put that out there. And then I set my phone down and I came back 4 hours later to 49 text messages and 3 calls. Um, so it's all good, right?
Right. Yeah.
The life that we live, the decisions you make, right or wrong. We need to keep the drive in. If not saying to anybody, right? Like I looked this morning, right? We won Saturday night. It was probably the most social media interacted post of New Egypt Speedways in like years, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
not saying to anybody, but it definitely does help the jive, helps the traction. Tough decisions, right? The only thing I could tell you between the two tracks is I'm not a and I love running Bridgeport. Bridgeport's a great track, but it's not as much my driving style as I would say a New Egypt is.
Right.
And that's just the nature to it, right? A little bit was part of it. I
Yeah.
will go back. I'll be back for every time I can go back the rest of the year, and we'll support it from there. But it just made the most sense at the right time to keep everyone intrigued and interested and moving forward in this sport, right?
Yeah.
Because if I'm not moving forward, we're not going to go there, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to do us any good.
Yeah. I mean, I know just from knowing you personally. Obviously, between the two racetracks. New Egypt is. I mean, it's home. It's always going to have that home track feel whether you race somewhere else for a couple of years, like you did with Bridgeport. But it's always going to be, it's always going to be like coming home when you go to New Egypt. And the way the rainouts kind of played out, obviously, is what even made this decision kind of possible, right? Is because next thing you know, you look over and New Egypt hasn't ran a points race yet, and so off weeks kind of line up a certain way, and next thing you know, you're like, well, I'm in the points here and I'm in the points here, so now the decision can kind of be made. And like you said, it's somewhat of a business decision. It's a kind of a personal decision. You pull the guys in the room with you and the people spending the money with you as well. And you landed on a decision that, you felt was best for you and the team. And, nobody can say anything otherwise. And if they want to, that's their opinion. But you and the guys made a decision that, I personally like. And,
Yeah.
and it's obviously working out so far. And
Yeah,
it's good.
it all played in there, right? You never know, the year could change, right? But so far it was good. I knew I had a good car all year. It's just weird, right? Like a lot of people on my team, their family goes to New Egypt, right? And just in general, right? We all know that weighs into decisions too. At the end of the day, and the way things work. So, um, but it took a while, right? We won two so far, right? And I think we could have won one or two if we had things go our way already. So it would have been,
Right.
in my mind, it should have been an amazing year. I'm always a critiquer of what should have been, what not have been, right? Like I always said, man, I gave one or two away where we should have. I swear, if I would have moved down the 3 weeks ago in New Egypt, I probably should have won to block Danny. Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like right now we've been all go 3 or 4 wins, but happy with 2. It's only June 1st next week. If we can continue go right. So we're on that stage where you kind of want to keep racing. When you're running good, you want to race. When
Yeah.
you're not running good, you're like, let me regroup, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like we're kind of starting to all click. We're all gelling, getting along, having a good time doing it. And when you're having good times and surround yourself with good people, good things happen and you push forward, right? And confidence is key. When your confidence in the people wrenching on it, making adjustments, turning everything, you have those confidence to drive in the corner where no one else is, to go above and beyond, to do things that you should be doing.
Yeah. And there's no listen, the stats speak for themselves. I know in addition to the team that you made around a certain time, the results started showing up. So, maybe that had a little bit to do with it too. There's a guy that's, wrenching on the car now that's got a little bit of experience in that shop next to you that he was bringing over to you. That might be a little bit part of it as well.
Yeah, no, it's always good, right?
Yeah.
Amazing to have someone to help you, right? Like I had a great bunch of people, but sometimes you just need that extra
Absolutely.
person to keep you straight, right? Like we're a bunch of, we're not all kids, but we're a bunch of punk ass people out there, and sometimes you need that guy to keep you straight, right? And
you needed dad to come. You needed a dad to come in there and say, "Hey."
I didn't say that because I don't consider him a dad because we drink a lot of beer together. So,
Yeah.
it's one of those subjects, right? Like you need a little senior people just to keep keep your thoughts controlled, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's been huge, right? Always makes it better, always makes a lot better. Like, I felt we'd won the championship last year, but we didn't win as much as we should have. And that was the goal, to do it, right?
Yeah.
So we had such a great team assembled, and then when he came on, it was just a great addition to make us even better, right? And everything's about striving to get forward, right? And then everyone, then you start to click. Everyone's kind of, rolls and gels together, and that makes it just that much better. And having confidence in what every single one of them do,
Yeah.
and the confidence to have an even above and beyond person to keep an eye on, not just me, just everything, is what sets everything apart.
Yeah, I know for you, there's definitely a peace of mind. And for those, if you haven't figured it out, my dad, Phil Cox, is now wrenching on the Pauch Jr. Cars, and
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to say that right. So he came on
well,
April 1st,
we had him on around the time that you added him to the team, and we kind of explained it. But yeah, so
yeah, Phil's been awesome, right?
Yeah.
So we had a great group of guys, and Phil's like that ice cream on top of your cake, right? Like you have the cake and then you get the ice cream
Yeah.
with it, right? So that's how I explain to Phil, and that I'm gonna use that analogy, and he's gonna probably laugh at me for calling me ice cream, but that's the ice cream. That's the analogy of the day, and
But
since then
he
it's
adds that peace of mind to the team for you that you can just that you for yourself can just you can just be the driver. You know, obviously you do enough putting your own race cars and putting your team together. It's nice to have all the pieces in place, you know, solidified now. You have great guys, you have a great team, and now you just have an even another awesome piece
yeah,
to
like
add
I
in
said, we
there
had a
and
really
just kind
good
of
week, and
solidify
we had
everything
the
to where you
to it,
don't have to
and so
worry about a thing.
exactly, and that makes it easier, right? So, anybody knows me, I've got probably way more than I should going on in my life. So I somehow scatterbrain through it all, as my wife likes to say, and I kind of go. So sometimes you got to keep me honest. We went last weekend, right? And I was putting the shocks on. I'm like, and he goes, he goes, you forgot to tighten this one, and I would have caught it, right? In my mind, I would have caught it, but it's that added addition, right? And just keeping it honest, right? So
Yeah.
so what makes us that much better, and like that, I feel we have Strive, right? So I've got Todd, I've got Shane, I've got Mike, I've got Keith, I've got Scotty, I got Art, I've got like my brother-in-law's group, like I've got a great group of guys, right? And then you add Phil to that top of it, it just makes us organized and even better on it. And you become that fun, right? And sometimes when things don't click, not click, I should say that. When things aren't having as much fun, it becomes more of a job than it is anything. At the end of
Yeah.
the day, racing's fun. Racing is, we do this to win, but we also do it to enjoy it, right? Like if I didn't enjoy it, I would probably buy a boat and just go down boating in the Delaware River, right? But
I
I
heard
could see
boats are a
myself
lot
going back
more
to work.
work, honestly.
I don't know, Jordan. I had to rebuild 3 of my 4 shocks today from doing.
Okay.
I'm going to question you on that. That was 2 hours of my life that I didn't get back building shocks, and I love Dig. Dig's probably the best out there. But what people don't understand is when a track's rough like that,
Yeah.
shims are so small on these things anymore, they bend, right? And I literally had to replace the compression side of my 3 of my 4 shocks.
Yeah.
And if you don't catch that, that's more than you think, and that's what sets you aside from winning and not winning.
Yeah, well, it's a huge part of what I was learning last year, and I can't. I don't. I watched the racing there on Saturday, and I just said, This is a night that I'm glad I'm not on this racetrack because, damn, there's going to be a lot of shock maintenance going on this week if you want to do it right, and so there you are. You're already doing it right. So, let's see. Somebody had a really interesting question I wanted to get to here. Oh, somebody asked, Hollywood Hill asked, is Billy going to do any dirt big block races? You doing any more dirt stuff?
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna do something here. Not certain where. Definitely doing. I know I'm doing. I know it's not a dirt show, but we're doing the Middletown shows. We're gonna start out running the Palmer
Yes.
one, then we're gonna run our own car once. So we're gonna do that. Looking at maybe Super Dirt Rake. I refused. I had a really didn't have much fun in Charlotte last year. Just really struggled, and we booked a vacation that weekend so that I wouldn't go back. So I can tell you, I'm not going back to Charlotte.
Right. That's one way to keep you from going to the racetrack.
That's how I do it. I know if I book something elsewhere, I won't go to the races. So sometimes you got to know yourself.
If anyone else is, if nobody's, I don't know who's watching or what you're watching, but we do have Mike Mahaney winning Heat 1 over down or up at Thunder Mountain.
That's good.
So we have that knocked in. I wanted to bring that up. What else?
You got super. You got what do you got? Dirt Vision.
I just have my race pass pulled up.
Look at that. He's been pretty good. I got a feeling if the draws go good, hopefully he gets another race.
Yeah, he needs a good
I think
draw,
he's
right?
really. Yeah, I mean he's benefited this year honestly from. I think we've had this conversation. Mike raced a lot, and now he's pulled back a little bit. And I think when he races now, he's much better. Sometimes you race so much, you just don't stay on top of things as if you pull back, right?
Yeah,
as much as
that's a good point.
as much as we're running good, I really don't even really want to run more than one night a week. But we're obviously I've got commitments. We're going to be at Georgetown. We're going to be at all those shows. But elsewise, we're just kind of pick and choosing, right? It's a lot of work, it's a lot of everything, and then sometimes you just, like I said, you chase so much. When you chase three rabbits, you normally don't get zero, but when you chase one, you get one.
Yeah, there is definitely a science to doing too much or too little, and where the right spot is, and sometimes cutting back is where you got to be sometimes. Um, let's see here. Yes, yep, we were talking about Maryland. He is calling New Egypt Speedway his home track. So for the rest of the year. Any more big diamond shows planned?
Yeah, we man, my wife just laughed at me in that one, y'all. Whoever asked that question, right? We're gonna take a couple weeks off there, and we'll be back towards the end of the year for Big Diamond. I love Big Diamond, but it's been three races, and I don't think I've made the green flag in all three races. So sometimes you just need a break from a place.
Yeah.
So we're gonna kick it off tomorrow at Action Track with the 14, which is one of the reasons I worked on Memorial Day Monday for most of the day because kind of a short week, right? Like we got to have everything turned around and ready to scale for Thursday and back in action Saturday. So hopefully the weather is nice. When you're running good, you kind of want to race. So kind of, I don't know. My wife's gonna probably kill me when I say this. If New Egypt does some reason cancel, maybe we'll chase something Saturday night, or maybe I could talk the team into going to like a Del Mar or something. You hate to not race when you're running good because
Yeah.
you don't get that when you're running good, right? When you're running good, you race. When you're not running, you. So we'll see.
Depending on the time of
So
the year, right? It depends on how far along you are in the year. You know,
oh, 100%, right?
sometimes you want that break after a couple weeks of running, and you're like, yeah, we'll take the break. But
Oh, I love breaks. I'll be honest with you, but
okay,
the problem is when you're winning the past two weekends, you don't want to break because you know when that break comes, you might not have your mojo when you come back.
that's right. Somebody asked if you were going to head up to Malta.
Yes, whoever that is, I'm looking for a draw show at Malta
Okay,
or a time trial deal, so I don't have to start last. That I can come up and support the place this year.
there you go.
If there's one, I will come up. Midweeks are tough, but if there's a Friday night where there's a draw or a time trial show, we've got a good relationship with Lyle up there. I want to go back.
There you go. Bill on Facebook said it was awesome seeing you drive the kids around the bus. Same.
Yeah, right. I was kind of disappointed. There was only about six of them that came to Victory Lane. There's about 40 of them on the bus.
Oh, you had
Of the
that bus
40,
was packed, man. Packed.
oh, that bus was packed, man. I mean, there's probably 38, 40, maybe not that many, right? But
As
there's
many
only
that'll
two
fit
kids
on
that
one of
didn't
those
want me to
things.
win that night, so we don't want to talk about those kids. So, but no, they were good kids. We had a lot of fun with them. We gave them some candy. We rolled them up. God, kids are the future. Kids make everything. Change your life. Change for the best. We've got to figure out how to keep the kids engaged. I'll challenge you all for open for ideas. I'm open for it. Can't have intermission, can't have downtime. Keep kids
Yeah.
interacted. Keep them off phones and TVs and into things.
Yeah, I feel like New Egypt's definitely. I know we're talking a lot about New Egypt guys, but I mean that's just where we're at right now. But they're definitely doing a great job. Just to give them the props of a lot of things across the board, but definitely bringing like the kids club thing back in and getting that kind of interaction, bringing firing up that bus to have a driver or just anybody drive it through the pits and just get them the way, because we all know it's tough. I mean, I always hung out as long as I could at the end of the night, for the pits to open up for people to come in. But, we all know how tough it is some weeks. So to get some kind of some kind of interaction in the pits with the drivers and the kids, that's a really cool thing and something that I think other tracks should look into. And like I said, the kids club, and they always have, I think they still have the playground over there that the kids can go mess around on if they're bored of the race cars. So top notch as far as I'm concerned with what New Egypt does when it comes to getting the kids and keeping them entertained and having that driver to young fan interaction. So
Anything we can do is better than nothing.
it doesn't take much, it doesn't take much. Being a kid that grew up at the racetrack, it does not take much to, have impressed me or to have done something for me at the racetrack. So just those little things go a long way for sure. Um, Tommy Lane just said on Facebook, wanted to thank you for the win and for the dedication to his dad, Ace Lane. That was a really cool thing. I'm glad that you. I was really happy to see that when I watched the video back. So kudos to you, brother, for doing that.
Nah, you got to remember people, right? Ace Lane did a lot for the sport.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. Tommy's a great asset, great family. The Lanes have been in racing for oof, it's a long time. I'll
Yeah.
put it to you that way. I don't want to say how long there.
Yeah.
But it was great. Ace meant a lot to me. You always try to win for that cause, right? And Ace Tommy, JJ, and the whole family,
Yeah.
right? They were top-notch people. Just want to make sure we dedicate and perceive and remember the good times. You always got to remember the past and know where we're going.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that you, like I said, I was glad that you did something like that, um, for Ace and the Lane family for sure. Um,
I'm glad you rewatch back because I don't like to rewatch myself.
well, I was watching it
One
and
fact about me, I think I literally watch maybe one or two of my videos a year. So I am not a big person about hearing myself talk weird things, right? I'll rewatch the in-car camera, but I don't want to rewatch myself. Random fact of the
well,
night.
you don't have to watch the Victory Lane stuff. I mean, yeah, we all
No,
kind
no, I don't watch that. I don't watch that. I don't listen to myself talk on this. I don't. I just kind of go to what I need to go to.
yeah. No, but I had to watch because there was some stuff I had missed, and I had to watch the feature back. It's like I was there, but there was a lot of stuff I missed. There was a lot going on. Um, Good racing, and I'm glad they caught it all. And again, another kudos to New Egypt for having it free on YouTube and can just rewind it back and watch it again. Let's get one more in here. Come on, guys, give me something good. Give me something good. What do we got here? Let's get one
Give me
more.
something good. My attention spans. I'm a half an hour type of guy here, y'all.
Yeah, I know. Believe me. We got. Hang on here. Well, someone asked if something happened. You don't have to answer this again. We already. But if something happened at Bridgeport, no, it was just a business decision for this guy. Nothing against Bridgeport.
Negative, right? Like I love Bridgeport. I'm going back June 15th. Love that part of it. Sometimes just things happen that way. Got no hurts, no quaints, no problems, no nothing. We'll be back.
What's the date again for your late model debut? You were talking about that the last time you were here. What's the date?
Saturday, September 6th.
And we're into September with that. Okay. How's
Yep,
that?
Saturday, September 6th.
How's that looking?
We were supposed to test Saturday, but I wasn't at Bridgeport. So Briggs Danner tested the car, so I will be back
Oh, okay.
testing it another day. So he's running the first show. I think I'm gonna go run the modified portion and then I'll run the second one.
Okay.
Big shout out while I got you guys on here. Don't know how many people are out there. Everyone knows Sunday, July 20th, our open house.
Yep.
We'll be there. Jordon will be there. Sorry, you're coming, Jordon.
I already planned on it.
You're
Just taking part of my job right now, but that's cool.
Exactly. I'm just taking part of it, right? So we did really good. Well, raised a lot of money for Shriners and stuff last time. So we're gonna have
Yes.
food. We're gonna have a band. Gonna have a bunch of race cars, bunch of open shops, a lot of work. The one good thing, I was a little worried when I made the change. We planned it. We planned it the Sunday after Bridgeport was off, but it's the only weekend all year that Bridgeport and New Egypt were off for mods, so it worked out perfect.
Yeah, that really did work out. Any chance that that your dad is getting back into a speedster?
I don't know, man. Anybody watched
Oh.
him win last year? He was huffing and puffing at the end. I can say maybe a chance he might run him one or twice, but I think he's pretty much towards the end of it.
I feel like there's always a chance, right? There's always a chance. Yeah.
I mean, it's like a smoker. You ever really quit, you just stop. It's like racing. You ever quit, you just stop for a while, right? I don't think you officially retire, right? It was kind of like I let Phil take the car back on Saturday night. I think he probably would have drove it up the ramp if I let him. Do you ever retire? No, you just take some time away.
Oh, in the video, he's sitting in there, I guess, warming it up, and I said, man, he just needs a helmet. He's ready to go.
I don't know. He needs a little. Probably gonna get in trouble for. He needs. We gotta pull a WD-40 to slide him in my seat. So
Well, come on.
Be a little tough on the track,
Oh yeah. All right. Listen, I mean, you're a lot skinnier than most people. All right,
I know.
that's
I'm having a little fun, so it's all good. We get a joke out of it every
yeah,
time he gets in, so all good.
yeah,
It's great having around. Great personality, great people. Makes it fun when we can joke and carry
yeah.
on when you do stuff like that, right? Like if you can't joke and carry on when you're at the track, what are you supposed to be doing,
Well,
right?
and that's, but believe me, I thought the same thing. Don't worry. I was thinking the same thing when I was in there. I was
All
like,
right,
it's
good. I
probably
don't
a
I
tight
don't want to
squeeze.
matter there. I'm just calling it out there, you know.
It's probably a tight squeeze. So it's
Yeah,
understood.
tight squeeze. But we squeeze in.
It's all right. It's all right. All right, bud. Well, I've taken up enough of your time here. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming in and BSing with me and sharing all the hot topics and talking about the win this past weekend. So we're gonna see you again, right? Saturday at New Egypt. What do
Yeah.
we got
So
coming up
so
this upcoming week?
we do. So what do you got? You got another 7 minutes? What's it? 8:23?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see if Billy wants to come in there.
Oh
Call
yeah.
Billy in.
Cool.
You can pick Billy here. If anybody wants to talk to BP3, we're gonna put him on for a second
All
here
right.
for
Yeah.
seven
Bring him in.
couple of minutes, and then we'll
Yeah.
chat. Jordan, I need when I get 2 more wins, 2 or 3, I'll be back on.
Yeah.
So that hopefully is by the middle of June. So or I'm
It'll
gonna
be a
fire
couple more
myself.
weeks, right? That's it.
Better be. We're gonna put Billy on here. He can tell you about his race real
Yeah.
quick, and then I'll take it back. Hold the camera here.
You
Jordan's
got
on
it.
there.
What's up, bud?
Hold the camera.
Hey,
How we doing?
good.
Listen, you were the only one that did any good racing yesterday. So how did it go? How'd the car feel after the adjustments made at the secret racetrack? So how we feeling after that test session and this past
Yeah,
weekend?
after we got some changes at that track, we got a little better. We felt better, and I really felt a difference when I raced at Pagoda.
You look good. I watched the video earlier today. I was actually at my dad's watching it, and even he's had some great remarks for you too. You did a great job. Where did you end up? I don't think I saw the finish though.
I think I ended up like 12th. I got in
Okay.
collision at the
Yeah.
accident. I think ended up like 12th.
But you were running really well. You had the car up. You had the car up towards the front, and you were racing really well, getting the line on the bottom, doing a good job there. Do you feel like you've gotten a better hang of the car now?
Yeah, I feel like I got a better feel like the car I've been better with it, and hopefully we've get better too, and I feel like that was a good change.
Now, where's your next race? Are we going back to Action Track this upcoming week?
No, they're not racing because the modifieds are racing on
Ah,
Tuesday.
that's right. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so I'll be racing at Linda's on Friday.
Oh, okay. Is that your first time at Linda's?
Yeah, that's gonna be my first time at Linda's.
So it's a neat little track, man. You're gonna do good. You're gonna do good there too. Just
Yeah.
listen to Dad and listen to your grandfather as well. Those guys will get you straightened out for that too. Are you excited to go race there?
Yeah, I'm really excited to go on a new track, and
Yeah, it'll be your first time there. That's a fun racetrack. And then
Yeah.
so what's are you ready to move up to something bigger yet, or are we cool with just being in slingshots for now?
I feel like for now I would do slingshots, but yeah, we are racing the 270 a little bit. We're practicing in that,
Yep.
but yeah.
So is that the next move to get up into 270 at some point?
Maybe.
It's probably
The
soon, right?
the one car I joke is going to be his in 2 or 3 years, right? Like we
Won't be long.
were even discussing yesterday how to figure out how to, like, if we could buy one of Rico's cars to, like, pump it up for him. We were gonna put him in the start and park operation in our speedster division this year, but we just couldn't figure out how to boost him up enough.
Well, it won't be long, bud. It won't be long. It's gonna be it'll be here before you know it that he's gonna be taking your job.
I know, right? See them gray hairs there? That's what that comes from. Maybe one day the girls will race too, and we'll really be in trouble.
Yeah, believe me, I know I'm in trouble with at least one of them. So I'm just I got a theater kid, I think, and then I got the young one who's just gonna drive me nuts. She sees something with wheels, she wants to drive it. So yeah, I think all of our kids are gonna drive us nuts. So don't worry about that.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for having the both of us on, Jordan. I
Absolutely.
don't know if anybody has any questions. If not, well,
No,
it's getting high time for BP3's bedtime.
mine too. Don't worry.
Don't worry. We'll catch you guys all. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for having us on, Jordan. We really appreciate it,
Billy,
buddy.
thanks. Billy, thank you guys both for coming on. Billy, thanks for spending some time with us. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. We'll see you at the racetrack. We'll see you at the races this weekend, hopefully.
Thanks, buddy. We'll see you then.
See you guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
bud.
All right. All right. So there you had it. We had Billy Pauch Jr. and we got BP3 for a few minutes there. Again, appreciate Billy taking some time on this Monday night on a busy weekend for all of us. To come talk to us a little bit. We got, like I said, got BP3 in there a little bit. Put me on the spot. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to interview the next generation. I wasn't ready, but we figured it out. Let's see. All right, so we got Mike there. Is there anything going on the racetrack right now? Oh, all right, we got something. Heat 6 is live? Wait. Start car stuff. All right, I'm not sure where we're at here. All right, yeah, so they're hot and heavy racing still at Thunder Mountain, the Super Dirt Car stuff. All right, guys. Well, yeah, a reminder that Billy put out there. The Pauch Open House will be July 20th. So come on out. Come one, come all. It's a great event. You'll see all the stars and cars of the Dirt Track Untold team. July 20th. I believe it's from 12 to 4, but you can see that and catch that all on the Dirt Track Untold Facebook, Mandee's Facebook, Billy's Facebook, Mike's Facebook. They'll all be posting about it pretty soon here as we get closer to July 20th. Merch is out. I know Mr. Mike Mahaney has new merch, so you can go to MikeMahaneyRacing.com and check out his new merch. Very red, white, and blue themed. Good stuff. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Let's see. We've got Billy's got merch. BP3's got merch. You can check out Bob Hilbert Sportswear's website for those two guys. And then Dirt Track Untold. The website has the Dirt Track Untold merch. Join Club DTU, the Patreon, to get the behind-the-scenes access. You can be getting the behind-the-scenes stuff from the Discord with with Mike and Mandee. Right now at Thunder Mountain. I know they have behind-the-scenes stuff right now. We could be finding out. All right, Aaron's telling me right now Mike is starting 5th. All right, so they just had the redraw. Right? Aaron, you just said the redraw. All right, cool. Very good. Yeah, Billy the Kid was the best at Flemington. So yeah, absolutely. Travis, am I doing any Twitch streaming tonight? No, absolutely not. Tonight's a night off, no gaming. I need to find a good video game to play. Any suggestions? Throw them at me. But no, this will be it for tonight. I got TV shows to watch with the wife. We got stuff to catch up on. Our cooking shows. We're not. That's our guilty pleasure is the cooking shows on Food Network. We got some sort of finale we got to watch tonight. Can't wait. Yeah, no, starting 5th for him, that's perfect. It's 77 laps, and Mike's a long distance racer. He'll kill it tonight. It's a good chance that he's going to win it, for sure. So, hopefully that comes up here. Hopefully, so I'll be following along as much as I can tonight. All right, since that's not really doing anything here, we'll take that down. But yeah, guys, that's it for me. Once again, thank you, Billy Pauch Jr. for joining me tonight. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Hopefully you had a fantastic and safe and healthy Memorial Day weekend. I know I enjoyed getting to spend time with friends and family at home, at the racetrack. We got to do the race day stream yesterday, which was a lot of fun to do something a little different. So thank you, Mike Butler, for joining me yesterday to do that. And thank you guys once again for joining me tonight to hang out with Billy. Hey, thanks, Kimmy. I like my haircut too. My wife did a great job. But that's it. That's gonna be it, guys. Enjoy the tail end here of your Memorial Day weekend. Thank a veteran next time you see him, and remember those that are unable to be here with us but are providing this weekend for us. Guys, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I will see you all next Monday for another edition of Monday Night Live, and hope to see you at a racetrack soon. If you see me in New Egypt, don't be afraid to come say hi and tell me how bad I do. But that's it. I'm going to play the music now. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, or the rest of your week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next week. See you guys.